I'm Mandy. I'm part of the team at Mind and Body Fitness. I'm a qualified therapist specialising in trauma, and I'm here today to talk to you about that inner critic, the inner noise that you have on a constant basis and what impact that has on you. And for me, it's recognising what is being said. I feel that not enough is spoken about how the inner voice is so debilitating. A lot of the voices that are in our head have been derived from messages that we were given in childhood from either our caregivers or teachers or anybody that really was in your life. And they stay with you, and we don't recognise, or I didn't recognise how powerful they really are and how impactful it can have and debilitating it can have on your life insofar as that it stops you doing things. I know that I wouldn't go and do certain things because my inner critic would say, oh, you're not good enough, or no one's going to believe you. So many different messages that we have in our heads. And that then has, as I say, an impactful and debilitating and not a fulfilling life, because we are continually anxious about pushing and trying different things because the inner critic is saying we're not good enough. And these thoughts are constant and in very much in our unconscious as well. And so to be able to recognise that those inner voices could and make connections as to where they came from or whose voice it is really powerful, to be able to then have a different look at it. So be able to hold on to that thought process of I'm not good enough, or everyone's going to laugh at me, or any other thing that stops us from doing that task, is thinking to yourself, why do I think that way? Has that been a constant in my life? Is that really true? Is it something that I've been able to change? And when you're able to recognise the inner voices are keep stopping you from doing what it is that you want to do, is to have positive affirmations to go with that. And the fact that for me, I needed to, or I do still, and this is a daily thing, because you can't stop the thoughts. They come in instantaneously. It's how much weight you give it to them, how much emphasis you rely on that, and to be able to catch that thought and think, actually, no, this is an old thought process. This has come from a caregiver from years ago who always used to say, I'm not good enough, or you'll never achieve, etc. And thinking, is that really true in today? And 10 out of 10, usually it definitely isn't true in the here and now. And so I liken it like a train. These thoughts are continual, and it's being able to jump off the train, even if you can only do that for a minute or 2 minutes a day. That's really beneficial for your overall health and well-being and your nervous system, to be able to grab that thought and turn it round onto how you would talk to a loved one. And that's what's really difficult, to talk to ourselves internally in a loving, positive way. And that's really what's really important to be able to do. Equally, just as hard to do. But what I try and do, and what I'd encourage you to do, is think about how you would speak to your loved one, the nearest and dearest, and try to apply that to yourself, which will be very difficult to begin with, and it may continue to be, but if you can try to start to do that, you will start to notice the benefits, and equally your life can maybe then expand more, to be able to, for you to have the fulfilling life that you want, the dreams that you want, so that it doesn't stop you from achieving the things that you want to achieve, whatever that is. So even by writing them down, what they are, is also and next to it putting how you would speak to your loved one, and ask people, trusted people, is this true about me? And see what their response is to you, and then write that down as a positive. And so when that thought comes in, you're able to see the other positive affirmation, if you like. And as I say, this is really important. It's difficult to do. As I say, our thoughts are continual. That's why it's really important to just catch it as and when you can. And that's the key, is you're not going to be able to stop it, but you can able to catch it at times, be able to have the positive affirmation, and talk to yourself in a loving, positive way. I say that you wouldn't speak to your worst enemy the way you speak to yourself, and I think that's really true. And so it's to then start teaching yourself to be able to talk to yourself in a loving, positive way.